You ever gonna mend your relationship with Relly? Is that a goal of yours?
A$AP Rocky appeared in court on November 20th of 2023, that's yesterday, Monday. Now, a Los Angeles judge found Monday that there is enough evidence for A$AP Rocky to stand trial for allegations that he fired a GUN at a former friend and collaborator outside a Hollywood hotel in 2021. Superior Court Judge M.L. Villar made the ruling at a preliminary hearing after hearing roughly a day and a half of testimony. Rocky has pleaded not guilty to 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. His attorney attempted to cast doubt on the case while questioning a police detective. Villar said the totality of the video and testimony shows there is sufficient evidence for the defendant to go to trial. She emphasized that preliminary hearings have a much lower evidence standard than a trial, and she was only finding probable cause. A$AP Rocky sat in the courtroom, showed no visible reaction. Now, at the first day of the hearing, which resumed yesterday, November 20th, 2023, after a long delay, Tyrell Efron testified that he and Rocky, a friend since childhood, had belonged to the same collective musicians and artists at their New York high school. Tyrell stated their relationship had started to go sour and resulted in the standoff in Hollywood on November 6, 2021. He said Rocky first pulled a GUN on him and in a later confrontation fired SHOTs that grazed Efron's knuckles. Rocky's attorney Joe Tacopina established while questioning a police detective that 7 officers who searched a sidewalk and street about 20 minutes after the shots were allegedly fired found no evidence of the shooting. And that a pair of 9mm shell casings in police possession were recovered by Efron, who returned to the scene about an hour after the standoff. So I get grazed, and the first thing that I do an hour after is go back to the scene to look for some spent shells. Wow, wouldn't I be at home or in the hospital nursing my wound? I would be so scared to go back to that scene. But anyways, let's continue. Tacopina played body camera video of the officers who searched the ground for about 10 minutes. Efron, who first went to police to report the incident 2 days later, turned over the shell casings, which the detective said had no recoverable fingerprints on them. Prosecutors showed a separate video from near the scene where no people are initially visible. What sounds like 2 GUNSHOTs can be heard. Then a man comes running around a corner, then slows to a walk. The man's identity is not clear in the video, but Flores testified they have established it is Rocky. But if you can't see the man's face, how can you say that it's the man? However, I even saw the video, and in the video, I see someone with some braids in their hair. No, you know what is crazy? Persons were saying that the person that went there to part whatever that was going on between those 2 gentlemen, persons were saying that it was Rihanna. First of all, Rihanna is not that tall. A$AP Rocky is taller than Rihanna. So people always use assumption and not facts. Let's get back into this. LAPD detective Frank Flores testified under Tacopina's questioning that no 9mm pistol was recovered when a search warrant was served on Rocky. Da-da-dee. Da-da-da. Let's continue. Prosecutors showed a still from surveillance video showing a man in a hooded sweatshirt whose face is not visible, holding what appears to be a GUN, along with another image from the same video showing the face of the man in the sweatshirt with no GUN visible. Flores testified that the combined images led them to establish it was Rocky. A$AP Rocky's lawyer, Tacopina, pressed the detective on the weapon, suggesting police had no way of knowing whether it was a loaded or even a real gun. So here are the series of questions that A$AP Rocky's lawyer asked the detective.
That GUN or whatever it was not tested, right?
This is what Mr. Detective answered by saying,
No, it was never recovered.
Jacopina went on to ask again,
Not sure if it's an operable GUN or a non-operable GUN or whatever.
the detective replied by saying,
Without having it, I can tell you whether it's operable.
da da dee, da da da. Well, he's a cop. Tacopina tried to cast doubt on the minor injury to Efron's hand, questioning why he waited until he returned to New York to seek medical treatment. Same question I am asking as well. Let's continue. He showed the detective a photo of the scraped fingers and said, sarcastically,
It's a miracle he survived that shooting.
the judge admonished him. One of several times she told Tacopina to change his tone. Alright, so let's get into some analysis now. Alright, so I wasn't at the scene. I don't know what happened. I cannot say that A$AP Rocky did the crime, and I cannot say that A$AP Rocky did not do the crime and is being framed. But what I can say is, from the outside looking in, it seemed a little bit too spooky. It seemed too spooky, too much coincidence. You understand? I got hurt, and the first thing that I'm going to do after an hour is go back to the scene. Mind you, I'm not a detective, I'm not a cop. First thing that I would have done if I was in that situation is go to the police. Let them do the work. Why would I return to the scene after an hour? Second thing, I receive such hurt. Wouldn't I think about going to the medical facility, the emergency room, to seek medical attention? A$AP Rocky pleaded not guilty. He defends himself by saying that he's not guilty for this crime. No, a man is innocent until proven guilty. These surveillance that I have seen, they are so blurry. I wonder how prosecutors make out the faces to say to pinpoint that this is really and this is Rocky. How do they know? Because I cannot see anything clear to say that this is definitely A$AP Rocky. How can you tell? This situation is rather rough. It's rather rocky. And to be honest, I hope and pray that whatever is being said on A$AP Rocky's name is not true. Because to be honest, I wouldn't want Rihanna going through 8 years of being a mom and her dad is behind bars. Because mind you, if A$AP Rocky is found guilty of these allegations, he's looking to spend approximately 8 years behind bars. His kids won't see him until one of them is 9 and the other is 8. That's a lot of years away from his kids. So I hope and I pray that whatever he's being accused of is false allegations. But until then, let's wait and see what else will be bring forth to us so that we can do our analysis as well. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for the continuous love and support. I really do appreciate it. Comment down below and let me know what you think. Let's have some chit chat going on down in the comment section. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.